Hello friends and welcome to another Penpal With Me video. Today we are making a autumn slash mushroom type themed letter because I'm not quite ready to give up on autumn just yet. So I made myself a cup of tea in my mushroom cup, which seemed very appropriate whilst crafting this letter. Now, if you enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe as I post a lot of Penpal With Me videos and journal type content. So if you like that sort of stuff, then come and join us. I wanted to go for kind of a neutral themed because I wasn't sure what to do, and this time of year is always like a really weird one for me in regards to crafting because I don't love making Christmas letters. And this is kind of the time where all the Christmas lovers start just jumping straight into all their Christmas crafts, and I'm just not ready to do that just yet. So I like to save my Christmas ones to as close as Christmas as possible. I do usually tend to make some sort of winter themes, but again, I try and do it as late as possible, and I just love the autumn crafts, so I just kind of wanted to prolong it a little bit. So that's why I'm still doing autumn themes now, but then I will probably start to do some winter themes soon because I do actually have quite a lot of Christmas stationery that I bought late last year, and then I never ended up using it because I kind of purchased it too late. So I do actually have a lot of stuff that I can be using this year, so I definitely will be doing some sort of Christmas Penpal With Me or something along those lines in the future. So I just began to decorate the envelope, and I went with this neutral kind of pattern that I just had from a paper pad, and then I just made it into an envelope myself. And I didn't want anything too distracting because I did have a lot of ephemera and mushrooms that I wanted to use on the envelope. Now, a lot of this stuff has been sent to me by you guys. The mushroom stickers are my own, but everything else has been sent to me by somebody. So thank you if you notice anything that you sent my way. I did buy these stickers from Art though, and I've been waiting to use this particular sticker sheet because I think that the girl is like super cozy with a big chunky scarf, and scarves isn't something that I really wear that often, and it kind of makes me feel like I should have a big chunky scarf for winter to stay really cozy. And then I also had this pet tape from Notebook Therapy that I bought in the autumn, and this seemed kind of perfect because there's lots of mushrooms on it and lots of like just neutral tone details that can be added to the letter. I did try and add a wax seal onto the envelope because I realised that I do actually have a lot of wax seals that people have sent me, but I just couldn't find the right spot for it. I really wanted to use it, but it just didn't look right. I don't know if it was too big or I just didn't find a spot for it before I stuck everything down. So it just didn't seem to fit with the composition quite well enough. But the vellum paper at the bottom with the mushroom details on, I think that's really pretty, and I kind of wish that I had my own stash of that because that's the only one that I have. But I think it's a really nice detail because it's quite transparent, but then it just kind of covers up a little bit of area and you can kind of layer behind it as well. So I haven't even told you who this letter is for. This is for Lucy, and I wanted to make her an autumn theme because I also want to make her a Christmas theme at some point because we do send letters to each other quite regularly. I kind of just wanted to get one out there to her, even though she only has just sent me her letter, well, she just hand delivered it. But I wanted to make something for her, and I don't really have any other letters to reply to at the moment because I kind of got everything out in Meltober, kind of using up all the themes, so this was kind of the only letter that I had left. So I've been doing a lot of journaling recently, and I have so many spreads that I want to make and share with you guys, but I just don't want to like overload my YouTube channel with journal videos because I know people obviously prefer the pen pal content, so I'm not quite sure what to do there because I have just so many journal ideas and things I want to make. And I don't necessarily have to share it with you guys, but it just seems like if I'm doing it anyway, then I may as well share it with you. So if you have any ideas in regards to that, maybe I could just shove like 3 of the spreads into one video or something and just do like a big chunky video, big journal with me one day. Then just let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. Now I think that the notebook therapy stickers, well, the pet tape, really kind of like bring this whole envelope together, because I feel like there was a lot of gaps. It was quite like layered, but then those little stickers just kind of brought everything together and made it very cohesive. Now I'm using the Tim Holtz quote stickers, and as you can see I don't have too many left, so I have been getting through these quite well. So I'm still going to use them until they are literally all gone, and then I might buy some more. Or if I can find some from somebody else to try some new ones, then I will do that as well. This is the finished envelope, and I do really like how it turned out. I love all the mushrooms. I love kind of like how cozy it is, and I do feel like even though it is more autumny, it does definitely fit in with the November cozy winter vibes as well. Now for the flipbook, I had this idea that I was going to make just like a normal opening book, but then I would have this really pretty vellum paper on the outside, and then I'll sew it together. So I'm just trying to make a little background for the window where that's going. And I was originally going to have it see-through, but then I decided that I would just have it as kind of like a decorated area. And because I'm putting the envelope on the inside of the flipbook, then I was just starting to stick down some of the mushroom paper onto the back of the envelope. The pretty mushroom paper is from a small business order that I made for some Christmas decorations, and she's called the Tiny Toucan. So she sent that with the order and it was all wrapped up in it, so I figured I may as well use it because it's very cute. So I cut out the die cut on the flipbook, and then I plan on sticking on the window back on top after I've done a little bit of decorating. Now on this page I didn't want to do obviously too much decorating because you won't see it that much, because it's obviously going to be covered by the vellum paper, so you'll only see a little bit when you're looking at the whole flipbook from the outside. So I just wanted to add some little details, and these stamps seemed perfect. And I know that Lucy really likes these stamps as well, so I kind of wanted to use them a lot in the flipbook. So I just stuck the window back on top, although it's really difficult to glue these down, and I wanted the window to kind of open up a little bit. And the reason why I wanted to use this window is because over on my Patreon we have started doing just like a monthly prompt type situation, and there's no pressure to actually follow the prompt at all in any of the months, but it's kind of just like a little bit of inspiration for my patrons if they're lacking some creative inspiration in their crafts. And I just made them a little mood board with lots of different other people's crafts on there that I thought might inspire them. So this is what I decided to do, and I did say to my patrons that I was going to do like a really fancy version of a window, and it'd be like cut through and you'd see through it, but this is what I'm doing. That's okay, it doesn't have to be like the most extravagant thing like every time. So I just added the little leaves on there as well to just kind of bring through the theme, and one of Maragona Silly Art stickers from the sticker sheet too. Then the idea is on the inside of the flipbook there will be this envelope which will have all of the goodies inside, and then on the right hand side that is where the letter will go. I just wanted to add a little bit of decoration on the envelope, seeing as there is quite a lot of space to decorate, and I just went ahead and used the scraps of the pet tape and some vintage paper that I used on the front of the envelope, because I felt like I should just use those up instead of getting some new stickers out. I really wasn't sure which sticker to use on here, but I decided that the window one seemed the most appropriate because it kind of looked like the window on the front, and it just gives me like really cozy vibes. And this washi tape is from one of the previous Your Creative Studio boxes, and I really like it because it's just vintage neutral and you can kind of use it with pretty much anything. And then of course I'm using these stamps just to add a little bit more detail, and I think because I've been using these stamps so much I need to clean them a little bit because the like border of the stamp is kind of picking up the ink now. As you can see like the corners of the stamps, so I need to give those a bit of a clean because I've just been using them so much. And this is the paper that I was talking about that I used on the front, and I know that Lucy will really like this because she loves snails for starters, so there's plenty of snails on this, and it's kind of just like forest floor vibes, and I know she does like that kind of stuff. So I just kind of very roughly cut it out. I definitely should have measured it or something, but I didn't, and I just stuck it on top to use as a background. As I was saying earlier, I have been really into journaling at the moment, and I just want to fill my journal up with so many different things, especially as I now have to make another spread about Taylor Swift, because if you didn't see on my Instagram, I finally got tickets to the Eras tour, so I'm honestly so excited about it. If you watched my Journal With Me folklore video, then you heard me moaning about how we tried to get tickets and I was really sad that we didn't get tickets, and we went to the Eras movie, kind of like do that instead of going to the show. So that just made us like more depressed about not getting tickets. And then my friend texted me when I was at work and she was just like, this is not a drill, like she's added more dates and I've been sent a link to try and get tickets, and she was like, I'll just try and do it and I'll let you know if we get them, because I was at work so I couldn't really like message her back or anything, so I just saw that and I was like, oh my god. And then because I don't really get much signal at work either, the messages don't tend to come through, and then I looked at my phone at the end of the day as I was going home, and she just sent me like a voicemail being like, guess who's going to see Taylor Swift next year? And I was like, ah! So yeah, I'm very, very excited to be going next August to see Taylor Swift at Wembley in London. And I'm kind of hoping that by then maybe she might have released something else, or maybe she's hinting at something else. So maybe at the show she'll play something a little bit different or something extra to what I saw in the Eras movie. So yeah, I'm honestly just so happy and so grateful about it. So yeah, I feel like my wishes have finally come true. So I will definitely be doing some travel journaling in London and about that day, because we're going to go and stay with some of her friends who also got tickets. So yeah, I'll definitely be journaling about all of that next summer, so keep an eye out for that, because yeah, as you know, I'm a huge fan, so I'm extremely happy about it. The only thing now is that I'm gonna have to start making some of the bracelets, of course, and I do not need a new hobby, but I'm gonna have to do it. And I was thinking actually it would be kind of fun because I can also make bracelets non-Taylor Swift related and send them to my pen pals in letters, and I think that'll be quite fun. So I'm thinking it's okay to start making bracelets for that, because it would just be a fun like extra to send in goodies. So now I am sewing the outside vellum paper onto the flip book. There's actually no real purpose to this paper except for just to look nice and a little bit of decoration. And when I first sewed this, I definitely did not add enough thread, so I ended up having to take it out and redo it, but I don't make you watch me do that again. So yeah, this was a bit of a struggle, but then I finally got it, and then I just tied it up at the end, and now it's all attached. And I don't know what it is about this vellum paper, but it just kind of adds something very sophisticated to the flip book, and yeah, it just makes it look really nice. So now I need to make some goodies to include in Lucy's letter. Now for the washi tape, she doesn't have any of these washi tapes, so I wanted to send her some samples of the girl sticker washi tapes, and then I also sent her some of the neutral washies that I'd been using in the letter from Your Creative Studio. So I hope that Lucy can find use of these and maybe use them in her journal or use them in different crafts as well. And of course I will be writing the letter off camera, and me and Lucy always tend to type our letters because we send each other really long letters, so we kind of just let each other type them, and it means that it saves us a lot of time and wrist pain. And then I also wanted to send her some samples from the pet tape that she can use, because I do know she is a fan of pet tape samples, and I know that she'll definitely like these and be able to use them in her collages. And then Lucy mentioned to me that she really liked the ticket stamps from my notebook therapy stamp set, so I wanted to just send her some little samples of those so that she could use those as well. And stamps are always a really good thing to send to pen pals if you don't have a lot of stickers or you can't really gift that sort of stuff. So stamps are a really easy and cheap way because you can pretty much stamp them on any type of paper and make it a different kind of goodie and more interesting. So that was something to consider if you're not sure what to send to pen pals. And then I just sent her a bunch of different stickers, some die cuts, some vintage papers, and I sent her one of the windows that she could use as well, and then some mushies and different leaves, things that Lucy would be able to use because I know she's also a fan of mushrooms. And if you didn't see, then you should definitely watch my travel journal with me, where me and Lucy actually went to the forest and found some mushrooms. So yeah, it's very mushroom themed, this letter, and I feel like it's very relevant as well. That is the finished letter, and I'm so happy with how this one turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you think about the flipbook and the vellum paper. And if you have made it this far, then I really appreciate you sticking with me, and please add a little mushroom emoji in the comments or some autumn leaves or something like that. Anything autumnal will work to let me know that you made it this far, and I really appreciate you. And please make sure to like and subscribe and keep up with the channel. And yeah, I hope you're having the best holiday season, and I will see you in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. So bye.